Alright guys, hello! Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of Thaumcraft. Now if anybody doesn't know what Thaumcraft is a is Thaumcraft is a magic mod that really excels with confusing the living crap out of everything pretty much. So it also has it has some automation technology in it, and if you're playing Resident Rise like I am, you'll have off branches, which I'll show you in a minute. You also have actual magic in the world that you can perform, along with quite a few other things. So without further ado, let's get this started. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys something that not everybody seems to know about after I get the initial stuff done. Okay, so place that right there. And then first thing you're going to want to do with Thaumcraft is, seriously? Where did I put the iron ingots? Okay, first thing is that you'll want iron and some wood. That way you can make sticks and then iron nuggets. Now if I can actually... Ingot chest is over here. Wrong one. Right one, but wrong one. Okay, so grab a couple ingots. Now let's jump back in there. Okay. So you'll need 2 ingots of iron just to start it. Now I have a Thaumanomicon, but I'm just going to make another one to help you guys. But to get the mod started, you need to make the wand, which is all it is you need to make 2 caps, like so. And then put 1 cap there, 1 cap there. Oh, need sticks first. Sticks, gotta have sticks. There. Take that. Now you need to get some bookshelves, and you're going to want to right click on one. That'll give you a Thaumanomicon that will instantly go into your inventory. Now the Thaumanomicon is basically your Craftopedia and your research guide. You're going to use this for like everything in Thaumcraft, just to figure out things to begin with. Now, first thing you're going to want to do, oh my god. First thing you're going, oh my god. Seriously? Alright. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now, back to what we were doing. Okay, as I was saying, the Thaumanomicon is what you use to basically find out all the recipes and everything else. Now, to do anything, first you're going to need to make the quill. The quill, if I can find it, is made like this. I don't actually ever remember having to use a glass vial for it, but I guess you do now. So, we need black dye, ink sac / ink sacs, a feather, and a glass vial. But before we do all that, actually, we need to actually do something else, which is we will probably want to make a spare crafting table. also going to want to make, I think it's normal tables. I don't remember how you make normal table though. Let me look real quick. Where is it? Wow. I am absolutely failing. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it was like I thought it was. God damn it. Why couldn't I just craft it? Right, so let's just start throwing stuff like crazy on the ground. Right? Do. Alright, now that we have that set up, now let's get the other stuff that we need. And I'll tell you why I still have a whole bunch of bookcases in a minute, but for now it's not really that important. Throw all of that in there. And I don't need that. And I don't need that. So now I need ink sacs, and then I will need to find feathers. I don't know if I have any. Probably gonna have to use equivalent exchange real quick. Oh boy. Rendering chunks. Nope. 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 Nuh-uh. No. Oh god. Oh, there are feathers, and there's also glass and everything else in there, which is nice. Okay, so now we can go back into our little Thaumcraft personal dimension. And we're going to make those glass vials it was showing us about. Made like so. And then you get that and an ink sac. And I should have thrown those at us. You get scribing tools. Now you want to take these and right click a table. Okay, so now that you got that done, you probably want to also, why did you switch out? You want to also, god damn it, I guess you can't do that yet. Now you'll have your basic table. What you'll end up doing is using the table to do all of your research in Thaumcraft. Now, here's where so you'll learn about something that most people do not know about, and that's the fact that actually, if you look in here, there's primal aspects. These are the 6 primal aspects of Thaumcraft. Now, generally, you have to just find like the aspects in the wilderness, and that can get pretty damn annoying pretty fast. Most people do not know that the table itself looks in a 21 by 21 by 21 radius around it to try and find bookcases and other items that will enhance its ability to increase its generation of passive generation of the primal aspects. So I'm going to use these shards, turn them all into crystals, dump a few in here, and then I'm going to finish the book setup real quick. Boop, boop. Okay, so that finishes my book setup. Now, I'm going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to make it one higher. just so I can appease my OCD in a second. Okay. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crystals. So, oh god. Just go ahead and place these anywhere. I'm just gonna kind of place them willy-nilly on my walls. Alright. But the way this works is that occasionally it'll spawn the bonus. It won't always do so. So it's not 100% guaranteed to always do it, which is why you probably want to have a lot. Okay, so... it's close enough. I'll just do that. That works. But as you can already see, now there's like little symbols next to the thing. That means that it's creating that specific aspect, and it will slowly fill up. And you can see that each one is slowly increasing its aspects, which is quite nice. Okay, so now let's get to researching. First, you're going to need to grab paper, which I apparently conveniently forgot in the other world. So I'll go grab that real quick. And then I'll get rid of the rest of the stuff I don't need. Wrong one. Paper. I'll order a stack. Alright, so now we can go back into our Thaumcraft area. And now that we have paper, we go back over here. Actually, we don't put that in there. Instead, we take the scribing tools out. Then you need to open up your Thaumanomicon and then decide what branch you want to start out with. Alchemy can get fun really fast, but it's also probably one of the harder things to do later on. Artifice, I can't exactly remember. I think it's mainly armor based though. Armor based ish. Golemancy is the automation part, and then anything beyond Golemancy is from your mods. Like, this is, I'm not actually sure what mod this is supposed to be for. Asterisk is for, Ex Nihilo or Ex Nihilo or whatever it is. Thaumic Tinkering is an add-on to Thaumcraft itself. Apocrypha is blood magic and Botania. Apimancy is forestry. Energistics is applied energistics. AOBD, I'm going to I think that's an add-on, and then Technomancy is just overall like electrical and creation of energy, so I'm thinking that's probably thermal foundation based. Okay, so since out of all those, my favorite is alchemy. I am going to start with alchemy and get the recipes for niter and aluminium by just clicking on them while I have paper in my inventory. Now that you got those, you can take the research notes and put them in here. Then you need to take your scribing tools. Now, you're gonna have a question mark probably the first time you do this. That's okay, because what that's saying is that we need to go out and research some aspects. Okay, so how do we do that? We gotta go over to basic information, and then where is it? I forget which. I think it's in that one. Yes, and you need 2 gold and 2 vis shards to make what you need, and since we need to go out of the world for this anyways, and actually stay out of the world for a little bit, this one's probably going to be a 2-part series because I'm doing a different approach with this, which is going to be an actual kind of walkthrough instead of just a quick peek of everything. So that's something worth noting. But anyways, so I need gold and 2 vis shards and a piece of glass. I have the glass in my inventory, so I just need vis shards from somewhere over here. So take those, use my handy dandy crafting table, put that there. Oh, you need to watch because some recipes are shapeless, some aren't, and I'm completely screwing up this recipe. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, just try and scan everything. I don't want to scan you, I want to scan this. So scan as much as you can. You're not going to be able to scan much when you first start off. Because of that, actually, we do have one last thing that we need to do in this world. Else we're not going to be able to learn anything that we need to. Which is, we need to come here, right-click this, and we need to create elements. This should make life. Yeah. Terra and water make life. Water and fire doesn't make anything. Earth and fire doesn't make anything. And water makes tempestus. Tempestas. This is basically just the... I think I already did that one. This is basically just going through making a whole bunch of stuff. That way, you have the research for when you need it. Potentia is a big thing, so now that we have that, I'm just going to do a simple, easy chain to get from here to there on this list. That's called the cheatsy way, but it works. And it only works with ones like that where it's interrelated, so. Now we have fire and lux. Lux is directly related in the fact that it's made from air. So, can we... No. So it's like... that. Now that we got those, we can go on to the next step, which is... we can go to the next part of alchemy, which is essentia distillation. I need my scribing tools so I can make the crafting note. Now put those back in there, and then put that in there. Now these ones are not as simple to do, so we actually need to find these ones. So to do that, we're gonna teleport out. And now that we've discovered life, which is like the fundamentals of everything, we actually, we cannot look at that, I don't think. But now that we've discovered life, we can just about discover everything. So just start scanning everything that you haven't scanned. If it says you need to find something, generally it tells you what you need to try and find. you need to study empty things. Empty things would be chests, if I remember correctly. To study something that's like interactable, make sure you hold shift. Okay, so you must now study spirits. Okay, so got that, study regular stone, iron ore. I need to study crystals. So to study crystals, we can do the obvious. Now something you'll also want to do is, if you look through here, you can see I have a red matter helmet on, but if you didn't have that on, you wouldn't be able to see that node over there. Well, you can barely see it, but you won't be able to see it well. But with the red matter helmet, it allows me to see it, so. But you want to find these nodes and then hold right click, because you'll get a lot of research points, which you'll need them later. So discover nodes whenever you can. I have a bunch of nodes around here, which will make this go ridiculously easy. Okay, so got that one. And like I said, try and scan everything. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, whenever you scan Pam's Harvest Craft gardens, they will always pop up and as their actual block. I don't know why they do that. Okay, so just keep going around, scanning. I heard a zombie get spawned. Now, that is actually Thaumcraft related right there, that totem. And so is this. These you want to generally stay away from. This one, luckily, is quite safe compared to most. But generally, there's either cultists or, much rarer, there's Thaumic Guardians that will basically, like, two-shot you if you don't have anything on. So you want to generally stay away from that if you can. Okay, so let's see. Anything else? Okay, so let's... Can we study cows yet? No, we cannot. So study wood, study the dandelions. Cannot study the hive, it seems. Study spruce wood. Try and study the enderman, but it won't let me because don't have the right research. Stalk garden. That one didn't actually break. You... Nope. But basically you spend a good portion of your time when you just start out just going around and scanning things like crazy to get the info you need. I personally hate this small part of Thaumcraft, but at the same time I don't necessarily hate it either, so because you find out a lot about the area around you and how suited it is for Thaumcraft. Okay, so let me do something real quick. It's not in there. Turn that off. That way it actually loads the chunks. Because I know there's nodes somewhere over here, if I remember correctly. We're just going to try and find the nodes over here, and then we'll go back to our base. Actually, no, I have one. I lied. I have one more place I want. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then this node over here. Oh. Well, that's not a good node. Okay, so this is an extremely rare node, and it's not a good node. This is a node that you do not want to be nearby, and that is one that is extremely bad. Which I still want to scan it, but scanning it without getting sucked into it is a little hard. Okay, time to get out of there. Okay, that is an extremely rare node. That is called a black hole node. And what that does is it consumes items around it and then turns it into its component essences, which the only use that I would think that might be useful for is if you want to produce power. So I will probably end up capturing that node and maybe attempting to do something with it later on, but I don't know what I'd do. All I know is that those nodes are extremely, extremely rare. So we need to watch out for that. Okay, so last thing is we need to go to, god damn it, an enchanted forest, which has a lot of stuff that you'll want to look at real quick. So just study up everything over here, everything that you can. Okay, I already have water. Okay, so main research point in these areas are mainly the mana beans, and then you can also what you want to try and find is the trees, the special trees that are called silverwood trees. They generally have a node in them that allow you to node that have a whole bunch of different life essences and all kinds of other things inside them, which is really nice for when you're just starting out. Okay, so just slowly look around. Hi, spiders. Which, means that there's actually, where is it? There it is. Rainbow curry. That's not what I was looking for, but sure, why not? Ooh, black node. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. Now, you want to be careful because, you do not want to destroy silverwood nodes because it ends up creating a bunch of flux if you do. Flux is basically like the bad version of Aura in Thaumcraft. Okay, so I can't actually study that one, which means I should probably start heading back or try and find a different one. One of the two. Silverwood trees aren't exactly that rare in this biome, so I'm going to try and find one and study more stuff up. Nope. Still can't study anything that's moving. Appetite. Nothing can be learned from that. Okay, so I'm not finding another tree. Actually, there probably is one nearby, and I'm just blind. That, and I'm not bothering to look at my map right now. Don't see one in that tree. I don't like that because when chunks don't load for me, it generally is not a good thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my home, and now that we have a few different aspects, we can go back to the table. Now that I got done with that part, I think I'm going to end this part of the Thaumcraft tutorial, and then the next part will actually get deep into Thaumcraft. Alright, so I'll see you next time.